What is going on,
ladies and gentlemen?
Today we are going to look at this product from Blackbeard fire starters. Now again, one of my main, if not the main goal I have in 2021 is to be a better outdoorsman, a better survivalist, to be more prepared and be able to take care of my family if God forbid there's ever any social unrest or natural disasters or anything like that. I'm just trying to be more prepared, and fire starting is a big portion of that overall preparedness. I saw this company on Facebook constantly. They run so many Facebook ads. I swear every third post I looked at on Facebook was an ad for this company, and the ads they ran were kind of silly. Like, they're lighting this stuff on fire and sticking it on top of water because it floats. They're lighting it in ice and in snow and just all stuff that I said to myself, this is just too good to be true. So I reached out to the company. I said, I'd like to do a review on this. Are you interested in sending any out? And they were nice enough, and they sent out this kit for free. So thank you very, very much, Blackbeard Fire Starter. They also set up an affiliate link, which is great because it will save you 10% and also give the channel a small kickback if you purchase any using the code down in the video description, using the link down in the video description, excuse me. So it helps the channel keep going, and it saves you 10%. Anyway, let's get into this review. The way the product comes, it comes in this small little sticks like this. You can either buy a 1-pack for $9.99, or if you buy a 3 or a 5-pack, you do save money on the cost per stick. They also sell a couple different kits if you want to get into the kit. The one I have here has 3 of these fire starting sticks, as you see here, and it comes with a ferro rod as well. And I must say, this is one of the nicer ferro rods that I have ever used. Again, you do get 10% off if you use the code down in the video description. The cost on this kit is normally $55, but again, you'll save $5. The third option for you, they have another kit that includes everything this one does, but also includes one of their arc lighters. And the arc lighters look to be really nice, you know, windproof, waterproof, all that stuff. And that kit is $74.99. Now, these fire starters from Blackbeard Tactical are waterproof, windproof, made in the USA, which we always love here, non-toxic. They're extremely lightweight. So if you're adding this to a backpack or a kit of some sort, they weigh almost nothing. They have a 100-year shelf life. So for the preppers out there, these things are going to last longer than we will probably. One of the nice things about it, you don't need to use a big portion or the whole stick to light a fire. You can use just a very small section. You cut off what you need, you use that, and then save the rest for later. And they say you can use it up to 50 fires. Obviously, it depends how big of a piece you cut off and how good you are starting fires. I am an average fire starter now because I've been practicing these skills a lot lately, and I want to think I'm probably going to get about 30 fires out of a stick like this. Part of the reason is it's wound so tight, and you cut a piece off that's this big, you think, I need about that much. And after you cut it and you kind of ruffle it all and loosen it all up, it ends up creating a much bigger pile, and you think you have this much, but you have a lot more than you need. So cut off a small piece, and that will help it go a lot further. The 2 things that really stuck out to me is the waterproof part of it. You know, if it's raining or snowing, or you're sticking it in water for some reason, does the product still stay lit under those conditions? The second part that really stood out to me is the odorless, the eco-friendly, and the non-toxic claim. Now, that's very important to me when I'm lighting a fire. I don't like pouring gasoline on a fire if possible, especially if we're cooking or roasting marshmallows or something. I always prefer to use something biodegradable. The way this works, this is a rope, a cotton rope spun very tightly, and it's infused with different oils and waxes, and that gives it the flammable part. That's what helps it ignite much easier. So even though they say it's non-toxic and made in America, I would still recommend you let this burn off before you start roasting your marshmallows. So the way this product works is very simple. You just cut a small piece off. You want to ruffle it or move it around in your fingers so it creates a very loose fiber, not packed very, very tight. If you choose to do that, it will light significantly easier. Once you have that in like a ball or like a nest, you can go ahead and use whatever fire starting product you want, whether it be matches or a lighter or their included ferro rod. I gotta say, this ferro rod is absolutely fantastic. I've used others before and I got very frustrated with them because the ones I bought, to be honest, weren't the highest quality, inexpensive Amazon ones, and I thought I was doing something wrong. Come to find out, I just had a cheesy ferro rod. This thing is significantly easier to use than a cheap ferro rod, just very high quality. One tip, make sure you rest the ferro rod on the cement or ground, whatever it is, rest it on the ground instead of holding it up in the air, and that allows you to get much better leverage resting it on something than trying to light it holding it in the air. So obviously, you know, I had to test this fire starting product in every way. Blackbeard tested it in their sponsored ads and more. So I tested it on a snowy, windy day. We had a snowy, windy day here in Rhode Island. I packed some on top of a snow and it lit and it burned without any issues. I also tested it at the range. We have a burn barrel at the range, which is priceless if you live in a cold weather environment. Get a burn barrel at your range. But it was a very cold day. We're talking 20 degrees. Everything was wet from the night before, and with a little bit of dry kindling and the Blackbeard fire starter, I got a fire going no problem. I also froze some inside of a cup. I put a little water, froze it, put the Blackbeard fire starter on top, put more water. I left it in the cup for 24 hours, broke a little bit of the ice away, and then after that I lit the fire starter, and even being submerged under water and under ice for 24 hours, it still lit with no problem. Now the big one, Blackbeard always shows that they light some of their product and they place it on top of the water, and because it floats, it doesn't go out. So you know I had to try that. And I get it. It's only staying lit because the product floats. I do get it. I understand it. It's just cool to have the fire on top of the water. So I went down to the river down the road from me here, made a little bundle, lit it up, used my knife to place it on the water, and it worked. It stayed floating for a minute or so, and it stayed burning. That's the one thing I'm probably most impressed about this, is that how long it burns for such a small product. Now, I can't quote a time because it depends how much you cut off and how long it will burn. Bigger piece is going to burn longer, obviously, but I was very, very surprised that this burns for a long time, even if you cut off a rather small piece. Before you get going, of course, we need to talk about the uses. The biggest use I see this is to start a fire. Dad jokes. I think anytime, if you are a camper, a hunter, kayaker, snowmobile, backpacker, hiking, pretty much any activity when you're going to want to start a fire or an emergency you may need to start a fire, something like this is an absolute no-brainer. If you have any type of emergency bag, whether it be a bug out, a bug in, a three-day bag, a get-home bag, whatever bag you have, I definitely recommend this for those type of scenarios as well, because they're small, they're light, you can start many, many fires off of one stick. They have a very long shelf life. There's a lot of reasons why this makes sense for any outdoorsman, survivalist, or prepper. Unless you're like a naturalist and you always want to start fire from scratch, which I am definitely not. Also, if you have an indoor fireplace, because again it is non-toxic, if you have an outdoor fire pit, a burn barrel, anything like that, this stuff makes starting a fire very, very easily. Let me also mention their fire rods again. Again, I haven't tested a million fire rods, but compared to the cheap ones that I have tested, this thing is significantly easier to start a fire as long as you're using it correctly. I'm not going to lie, I was very, very skeptical. I was drawn to this product because it's a Blackbeard. If you guys don't know, I am a huge, huge Kenny Chesney fan, and I am a pirate at heart, a wannabe pirate at heart. So I saw the Blackbeard, and I was instantly drawn to the product, but I will say through my testing, this stuff seems very, very legit. It worked in every way they showed, the snow, the water, all those different things, and it worked really, really well. So I will give this the Tiberious stamp of approval. If you are looking to check it out, again, do me the favor and use the affiliate link down in the video description. That little tiny kickback we get really, really helps keep this channel going, because these videos are expensive and very, very time consuming. There's also the discount code down there, so you can save 10% if you want to check this product. Happened again. Battery died right at the end of the video. One day, I may remember to put a fresh battery in my camera before I start a video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me also thank my Patreon supporters. They are wonderful. They are a huge help keeping this channel going. I have 3 really wonderful channel sponsors. Blackout Coffee for all of your coffee and tea needs. USCCA for self-defense training and self-defense insurance. Last but not least, Dangerous But Good for all of your Christian and 2A clothing needs. And I actually just realized I have a 4th channel sponsor, Prime Armor. They make several different plate carriers now. They make armor plates, very high quality and very, very affordable. The discount codes or the links are all down in the video description if you want to check any of them out. One more time, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.